Welcome everybody. Y'all ready for this? The Hustle. My name is Steve Aramopoulos, and these are my co-hosts. I'm Talia. And I'm Tech Luciano. You may have heard me on radio, you may have never heard of me at all, but that's okay.
Cause y'all gon' learn today. Your whole life was a struggle, had to make it out the jungle. This is a show for you. Welcome to the hustle, under pressure that will break a foe. Keep chasing your goals until you blow. Now, welcome to the hustle.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Hustle Podcast, episode 95. That's right, Tech.
We've
We made it to
arrived.
95 episodes.
We're five away from the big one.
And you've been mentioning strong mustache, strong last name. We got a strong table here today.
Very strong table.
We got my man Luigi back in the building.
Yes, sir.
Special co-host of the day. And we got a special, I always say special guest.
You do always say special guest.
But today, it feels like we got to put on our journalism hat.
Okay.
Because we got a very special guest in the building. Somebody that...
Special.
Special. This man... We're not going to glorify gang culture or anything like that, but he shaped Quebec culture as we know it. Mm-hmm. The former leader of one of the first Haitian gangs in the city, Les Bélangers. We got Maxime Aurelien in the building. Welcome, sir. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome to the pod. I can see you practice the pronunciation.
I was practicing. I swear to God, I was practicing this opener for a while. I'm like, I can't fuck it. I usually fuck him up. Tell him.
Oh, yeah. He usually passes it off to me, and he's like, handle it. I'm like, I got it. But you did good today, Steve. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you, sir.
8.7.
Yeah.
8.7. It could have been a little bit better, but we're working on
20.
it. We're working on it.
Oh, damn. All right, well, there's always room for improvement, right?
Well, Maxime, thank you for being here. He's also the co-author of the book How to Defend Ourselves with Concordia professor Ted Rutland.
Yes.
Ted Rutland as well.
Yes.
Everybody should go read that book. I didn't get the chance to get it. I was trying to get the ebook a few days ago because I'm like, I have a few days to brush up on this interview. But unfortunately, there was no ebook available on Amazon. I will get the paperback. I want to read it.
Yeah, me too.
It looks like a very interesting read. I didn't even know that there was a street gang back in the day called the Bélanger. Yeah. Like I heard about the Bogar. I heard about the
that's way before that.
CDP and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But when I heard about this, it really it interested me because it's something that I never knew about, and I'm like, we got to really delve into this.
And it is a part of the culture here in Montreal, especially because, I mean, listen, with the current state, especially us being an urban-based podcast and doing a lot of the interviews we do and being a part of the community that we're a part of, I think a lot of the people in this city, they don't really know the history. And maybe it's a generational thing, but, you know, a lot of people tend not to dig far back enough to really give credit or even to just do the research to see who paved the way for where they are today and how things are the way they are today. So I'm excited to talk to you, man. Yeah. I'm very excited to talk to you. Let's start it right at the beginning. So you came to Montreal from Haiti in the 70s, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, from Haiti, and we went to New York in 74.
Okay.
And then we came. We stayed in New York for 2 years. Yeah. And then we came here in 76. But when we came here, it was like we were in elementary school.
Oh wow!
It wasn't that bad, you know. People were chasing us, like calling us names, you know, because they were used to us. But at the age of 16, 17, I think it was worse when they brought the gangs, the Hells Angels that came here. Yeah. And they were skinheads.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yo, it was like, you know, people used to call us names out loud anywhere.
To your face.
At the boss. Yeah.
Fucking nigga, go back home.
Fucking niggers, man.
Wow.
Yo, it was like crazy. Anywhere we step, like either they beat us up or they call us names. So we had to defend ourselves. That's why we didn't make up gangs to go rob people or anything. It wasn't no gang it was only to defend ourselves.
Yeah. It was a self-defense, like, as I was reading the book, even though I knew part of it.
Well, that's when the immigration happened around the 70s, right? And that was when Quebec started allowing black immigration.
Black immigration, but the thing is, the black immigration that used to come, and at first, they were teachers. Mm-hmm. They were
intellectuals.
Exactly, they were doctors. It wasn't a lot of people who didn't go to school. Right. They were like educated people. So we didn't have no problems. So when you go to Montreal North, Verdun, Hochelaga, oh man, that was you had to fight. Either you run
or you fight.
Or you
Fight or flight, right? I kind of want to take it back even further, if I may. Like, what was the political climate like in Haiti during the 70s that would cause this like mass amount of immigration both to America and Canada?
Because of the president. Because of we have the dictator or
dictatorship.
dictatorship.
Wow. Yeah.
So
Was it Papa Doc? At that point,
Yeah.
So a lot of people were scared, or he was gonna kill a lot of people. It's like he wanted to kill my father, because my father had a team back in Haiti. So the same thing when he came here, soccer team.
Yeah.
So the same thing followed him here. So that's why we moved from Haiti to here.
As well as me too. It was the same thing also.
Same thing, no.
Yeah, my grandfather got into incidents. He passed away because of conflicts with the president.
So it was like
in the
political
60s.
persecution,
Exactly.
basically.
Yeah, it was. It's you couldn't be the opposition of what he decided, who he was, what he stand
Right,
for, and the voting.
From watching a few documentaries, I know that he became very like obsessed with the opposition to the point that he was using black magic, or voodoo, or something. And
Anything.
Papa Doc was going crazy back then. So I can imagine people living there with families, and they're like, "We gotta grab everything and just get the fuck out of here."
And move.
Yeah. So when you got here, it was I know you were born
In Haiti.
in Port-au-Prince, 1967.
I was born in 66. I came here. I was 8. I got here at 10.
Got here at 10.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're a small minority. You got to link up with people that you know, people that look like you.
Exactly. So you hang with Haitians,
Right.
but when you hang with the same group as you, the same language.
Yeah.
So as soon as you step out, like you're 5, 6, they call you a gang. But there's 5 white people, the same shit. But they were with T-shirts, with gang shit.
Yeah.
They're no gang.
Right.
But we were gang. I don't know how the fuck out. We were gang.
Yeah.
Fuck. When we had shorts going to play basketball, how the fuck we were gangs? You know?
Yeah, you were perceived as a threat, unfortunately, just based upon your
Threat.
appearance.
They see us at the park, they call the cops.
Yeah.
Anyways, white people, they see us, we talk loud, they call the cops. The cops comes, we don't have no explanation. We cannot say like we didn't do nothing. First of all, the cops came. We're how could I say that? We're already in the wrong without doing nothing.
Exactly.
So they'll arrest us, do whatever they want to do with us.
It seems
Sometimes
like
they'll
the
just
same story as a lot of other places.
they just
unfortunately.
arrest us, bring us to the police station, and let us go after full fucking 6 years in a cell.
Wow.
6 hours in the cell. Yeah.
So what else that's got in our mind, man. We always get, where you guys going? Get arrested. So let you go after. What else you want us to do, man?
Yeah.
We how do you want us to like cops?
100%. And I mean, it's also, it's a form, whether they're doing this on purpose or not, it's a form of like social conditioning, right? They're putting in the minds of these young people that in this society understand your place, right? That's what they're doing.
Yes.
They're letting you know that in their eyes you're a second-class citizen. So of course that's going to have a drastic impact on that community as a whole, right?
And I also have to, I think I read in one of the interviews, back then, they used to put signs up. They used to put signs up at the bars. Like
Bars. There was that club there.
You're not allowed.
Logizon.
No ends
Logizon.
allowed.
No niggers.
No way.
No niggers, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is like a hidden history of
Sunday
Montreal.
dance. No niggers.
Wow.
And if they had a nigger fuck, man, in the fucking bar, he had to be a light skin.
The paper bag rule.
A light skin. Otherwise, he'll go, no, man, there's too much niggas or too much black. Yo, and fuck, man. Yo, you see anybody walks in, but no niggers. And cops would pass by. They don't care about us. They're going to arrest us.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? You know? Why? What are you doing in this car? Fuck, those guys, they're 25, and sometimes we're older than them. And they driving cars way fucking better than us, but they don't get checked, they don't get nothing. But you coming up with a fucking 85 Audi, all broken, coming after you. Where did you get the car? Yo, get the fuck out of here, man.
That's wild.
And for the jobs, we wouldn't get no fucking jobs. We would call. First of all, we speak French. We're like Québécois.
Yeah, you should have a leg up.
Yeah, but when you get there, man, it's like, oh shit, it was you that was on the phone? Huh. And yeah, it goes. So that shit, man, got on my mind, man, all through my life. And I was like getting, not rejected, man. I had to fight, you know. So after a little while, man, I got into the system. I had to follow those guys, man. That's how it goes. So
yeah,
you have no other choice at that
no
point.
other choice.
You can't
man.
get a
Otherwise,
job.
I wouldn't get no job. I would be, like I said, probably in the street, coming itinérant, because I was doing drugs, man. And I didn't, because I'd lost my mom at 17. I couldn't get no job. I couldn't go to school. The only thing I had, man, is like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Go and do whatever you do, man.
do what you gotta do.
So you came
To
here.
survive.
You came here at 8, 10 years old. You said
Yes.
it was you, your mom.
My mom, my family, my mom and my mom and my dad, they were the first one that had a restaurant.
Okay.
We had money. We didn't come here with nothing. My father had a
Hardworking people came here to make a new life.
exactly, and he had a soccer team. You know, soccer bring anything. You have restaurant, soccer,
Brings people together.
bring people
Yeah.
together, food and
Food and sports. Yeah.
Exactly. So we had everybody. We had people, man, everybody in the house. So I didn't have no problem until when I lost my mom and my father moved back to New York. So I didn't want to go back to New York because New York was so expensive, and we were living in the house. Go back to New York in an apartment. I didn't want to go back into those things, so I'd stay there. So when I was in college, and when I asked them for money to go to school, they go, "Oh, your parents were making money," so I couldn't get. So I tried. But after a little while, man, you got to pay your rent, go to school, eat. Oh, and you're not getting no job. I want to work, but you don't get no job. So next thing, man, this guy goes, man, y'all come to see me tomorrow. I'll get you a job. When we went and knock on people's door and breaking entries, you know, and that's how I make my way out. And until I, got away of all this fucking life, man.
Yeah.
The transition, me, as I'm reading the book, know a little bit. The transition I noticed, like when they become teens, becoming adults, and then they're discovering the world, and the options was not the same as their parent. That's when they had to readapt themselves in the environment.
Yeah.
And, it was an handicap already, the discrimination, I think. And then from there, you had to be creative. You have to do this, you have to do that. And then
Look, at
one
that-
things lead to another.
At that point, when you're not a child anymore and you're an adult, a fully grown adult, and you have to pay bills, you have to fend for yourself, basically.
You think you're an adult. I mean,
Exactly.
You think
So
you are.
You haven't.
Yeah.
But your
exactly.
parents told you never an adult until you have this. In my mind, man, 17 to 18, I'm not an adult. Man.
Yeah.
They say you're an adult.
Yeah.
18, I never paid nothing. So I don't fuck.
I'm happy that people are getting to hear this side of the story too, because I think a lot of people, especially people who are, how can I say, I don't know if I should say squares or say conservative, maybe, right? A lot of people on that side of the spectrum, they kind of look at it as like, you always have options, you always have a choice, you got to pull yourself up by the bootstraps, and and the reality is, it's not the same for everybody. It's not. It's just not, right? As much as we like to prop up, Western society as the bastion of democracy and freedom in the world, not everybody does have the same opportunity. So I think it's important for these stories to be told. I kind of want to, and I like where you went with the transition from kind of early adulthood as a young man, right? The most impressionable time in our lives, undoubtedly, regardless of race. I kind of want to know, like, how did you go from, so basically, like, what was the steps that you took after kind of realizing, okay, we're in this society that views us in a particular way, right? How did you kind of get people together and unite everybody to kind of form the early inclinations of what would eventually become the gang?
Because at my house, because of the restaurant, my father, people, after school, either you go to my house or you go to my friend Ducam, the one that, Le Caid, whatever. We all grew up together. we live in the same area.
Yeah.
It was me or Ducam at lunchtime, you could go eat, either at my house or we go to Ducam's house. So, and all the mothers know. It's like when we come in, we could be 10 in the house, but we're going to eat the food in the
you're going to
fridge.
destroy everything, for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So that's how it is. So
Around the street Bélanger.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how the group was formed, and that's the name. That's
the name,
was-
and we had the school Saint Bernadette that we went to, but it was on the park. The park didn't have no name. It was on the street where my father and my mom had a restaurant on Bélanger at the corner of 19.
Mm-hmm.
And the park, as soon as they finished from the restaurant, to go to the park and play ball. So people calling cops because we're playing. They're not used to us. We're loud, with this, with that, but that's how it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's our culture.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes I go, no, don't speak Creole. What the fuck, man? Who do you want me to speak?
Yeah.
But we've learned French. We've learned le tabarnak, le Québécois, Chris.
The whole
No,
person.
we learned the shit, bro. We
Yeah.
had to deal with it, man.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
was the Québécois or Italians.
Yeah.
They were chasing us, man.
Yeah.
So, Minga.
Facha Blue.
So when did it get to the point that, besides being a group that looks out for each other, did it turn into a more criminal element?
No, but at first, because we were gonna buy drugs. We saw those guys like, fuck, man, they making money.
Obviously,
They fucking making money, and we couldn't get no job, man. It's like, fuck. Either we go steal them, we rob them. That's what we start to do to get money.
Yeah.
We should rob them. That's the only thing. Because cops don't love us. They cannot call cops anyways. Or we're gonna run. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's the one thing about robbing a drug dealer.
That's the only thing. Either you
can't
get
say nothing.
killed.
Exactly.
Like when Kenny Ducam, he goes, man, because after I was doing drugs and that, he goes, man, let's go rob those white boys. Yeah. They cannot call the cops. I know they cannot call the cops, but they can kill us.
Yeah.
But me, I'd rather get arrested or get a bullet. I didn't want this shit to happen because I don't like when I'm walking, so I have to turn my back. I don't like that. I either go, fuck, I'm gonna steal you. The cop's gonna arrest me. I'm going in.
Exactly.
But I'm coming back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back, bro, and I'm okay.
You mentioned Zukam. Are we talking about the same Zukam that was
The dude
In the
that was a
news?
guy,
Yeah.
the guy that was the mafia who
Yeah.
from my eye, who made his own movie, and I saw him grow, and I saw him be the top mafia, like he was telling me.
Was that who I read about? You said that you had one friend that kept watching Godfather over and over.
Him,
That was
exactly.
Zukam.
Zukam, bro.
Okay, so he was obsessed with becoming.
But I think from the
big
get
player in the
even
get-go.
before the whole vibe
Because
of
he knows,
transitioning.
like, we had gangs. When I had people like, let's go beat up guys, because we used to go to Palladium at Bay de Montigny.
Yeah.
There was skating, and at this time, those rockers or whatever, they were selling drugs, man.
the rock
in,
machines and
at Bay de Montigny, that's where drug is. We didn't know, fuck. They got us into this fucking thing. But they were chasing us after Palladium. Either we get beat up, or people in the metro get beat up, like old people. And they going around telling, we're a small community. They go in a restaurant, blah, blah, blah. White people spit on me. Oh, man. Yo. After you hear that, man, you don't want to, you step in the bus, you see a white guy.
I mean,
Sorry.
it's human nature.
Yeah,
man.
You keep
exactly.
fucking with somebody, eventually they're
It's-
gonna hit you back.
Yeah.
And they used to play Roots, this movie.
Roots,
all
yeah.
the fucking
Oh, that's a
time.
brutal movie, man.
Yeah, in the 70s.
This and La Planète des Singes. So when you go out,
So
you
Kunta
go,
Kinte,
Kunta Kinte,
yeah, that.
Salnag, Atunutubi.
Dr.
It was
Zayas,
loud like that, man.
Oh man.
See, now I don't hear people say nothing about. I don't have nothing about aerobics. They don't say shit.
Yeah,
But
fuck, I didn't
us-
know
No,
it's like
they
that.
do.
man.
They do.
But not not like us, man.
Maybe
Like,
not as out in the open, but they do. They do.
Yo, and a white, they'll see us with a white girl back then. Platagos, Plataneg, you know, it was worse. But
Fuck, I
anyway.
didn't realize it was the down south style over here
Oh,
back
yeah,
then.
it was.
Yeah, wow.
It was. You see what you said. I remember because when I went to New York, I was in New York, man. I lived in Brooklyn. My cousin lived in My cousin lived in a suburb like New Jersey, but there were white people. They didn't ever call us fucking niggers. We didn't never hear that. When I was in New York, I never heard people go, "Yo, nigger," nah. the nigga would grab you and fuck, yo, give me your chain, bro.
That's what I was gonna say.
He
Exactly,
was
'cause
mug
it
you.
was already established. in New
He'll
York.
mug you.
Yeah.
But as soon as we step here, man, it's like, hey, it's a neg. Fuck, man, I'm a nigga. I didn't know I was a nigga. But until you fucking called me, I know. It was so loud. Like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Only the neg, man. It's like, oh, yeah. So that's got us into. So we had to group to defend ourselves, man. So
But like he was asking you, then with the group, Jukam,
oh, yeah.
he had his own little meetings
Okay.
on the side or
So
something
he was
like that,
like,
right?
he was basically there was like 2 factions within the group at that point. Something that was a little more serious.
It was, but after a little while, we were getting arrested for shit, for nothing by the cops. So we get used to it, man. It's like, fuck, they'll arrest us there,
Yeah.
So he goes, man, we have to do something, Oh, man, me fighting is okay. So I go, no. We're going to rob those those white guys. But it's true, though.
Okay.
Nobody's going to call the cops, and we're fucking going to have money. But this nigga, man, he goes and we had a few plans. We did it okay because we had cousin from the States, bring them down here, do the shit, and move back, So, but after he was serious, man, he was serious. Every day at 12 o'clock, we would go there. We didn't have to eat. Not me, because he didn't know. But all those guys goes, no. Maxime is joking around. I like that. I smiled too. I laughed too much because you have to be serious. And every time those guys would come and watch The Godfather, no laugh. 3 hours, man, they had to be mean motherfuckers.
Studying the movie.
Me, as soon as type in, man, people start laughing. Goes, yo, man, you breaking this shit, man. Get the fuck out of here. yo. But this guy, I remember at 16, he told me, man, I'm gonna have a house with 2 garage doors.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Double garage.
Yo, I go, how the fuck you gonna have that? He goes, watch. But this guy, since we were young, man, he used to hang out with this Italian guys because his father used to go to a garage and fix his car. He has this Italian guy. He always wanted to be like, Miami Vice.
Crockett and Tubbs.
Yes. And this guy has friends, Italian friends, long time. He was watching them. He watched the movie so much. He goes, man, watch me. And when he turned, the first time I saw the guy in downtown, and he told me, blah, 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 I got a club on Crescent. I go, how the fuck you got a club on Crescent, man? Yo, we live in Bel Air 17. How the fuck? Your father was a taxi driver.
What's the magic trick?
I know, He goes, nah, man. And he doesn't care. He would show.
Yeah.
Go, see, I told you. Guns everywhere. And 10 bodyguards. I go, okay, I gotta go. I couldn't stay, man.
But that was later, like, because we're talking 17, 18.
Was,
that's when you were around 22, 24.
24.
And each of you
split.
Guys split because you were
because
laughing too much anyways.
Exactly. I didn't want to be in the gangs anymore because, like, we were fighting each other. So it wasn't like fighting for, people that was dissing us. I was fighting you, and I know you, man. I go, nah, man, I'm not into it. I'm not into it no more. Because at first some shit happens, and we almost kill one of us. So I go, man, I'm in no gang. So
Was money a factor in that? Was it something to do with money, drugs, or was it just a silly petty beef that
it's a beef? That's
the gang is imploding from within, basically?
Girls, sometimes.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. It's always over a broad.
Girls,
it's always over a broad.
Pity change
girls,
deals, transactions.
Girls,
little
and
stuff.
I used to go to the States and buy them clothes.
Yeah.
We were the first
The
one to
duty
get.
frees.
We were the first one to get the
outlets.
sneakers, the first Lee's, whatever. So it was the same shit in New York. You step in my shoes, we fight. So that was the only fucking stupid thing. But it was getting serious for no shit. So I go, you fighting? We know each other. We fighting. So
Okay, so back then, you're part of a street gang. You guys are looking out for yourselves. At a certain point, the gang does break off. Like you have Zukam. He's taking it more seriously, doing more criminal
He's
things.
turning it into an enterprise.
He's turning it into an enterprise and everything. When was like a first arrest that happened?
they arrest us for.
Like, okay, you had those arrests that were like 4 to 6 hours that you.
Oh yeah,
hold
but
you?
my first one was our first one was 86. It was me, Jukam, Skarai, and then some other guy. I forgot his name. It was 4 of us because we went and beat up this guy, man. And I'm telling you, he jumped. Like we were 4, man. We punched a guy. He's down, on the floor. But he has a crazy mind, though. Wow. And
he jumped off like a balcony or
something? Man, he jumped and whop.
Landed on it.
Landed.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, bro. Like, anyways, so we
Smooth.
didn't know shit about jail and blah, blah, blah. They took us to, we got 2 months, a month. Anyways, the lawyer told us to plead guilty, and we were lucky. We didn't know, so we pled guilty. And after that, he died. He goes, shit, you guys lucky because we could have been 14 years for that.
Yeah. It was only assault, but if it would have kept, it could have been murder.
Yo, bro. Anyways, so that's why after that, man, I didn't like,
Yeah, things started getting too crazy. Started getting a little too serious for your liking, you know what I mean? Yeah. I can understand the fact that you're a small crew. You guys are from Haiti. You're in a racist area in Canada, you know what I mean? You got to look out for yourselves. But when it starts taking that turn and it starts becoming something more vicious and people are getting hurt for no reason and, like you said, people jumping off balconies.
Oh, man.
And thank God you were charged earlier. Because if they waited to see what this guy's condition would have been in the hospital, if they would have waited till the outcome and then they charged you with
murder,
manslaughter or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Because the guy did jump off on his own, so it's not technically murder. So that right there, you dodged a bullet. I read also that you spent, when you got locked up at one point, you did 9 days in solitary confinement.
It was 4 days.
4 days.
4 days. The first.
How does that manipulate your mind?
Like 100 days.
How does that drive you crazy?
This shit drive me so crazy. I would never fucking be in jail, bro. I'm sorry. I would never step out in jail. My first time they put me partenaire au 4e étage on the fourth floor, 23 hours on 24. I was going crazy. That was the slight like this from 12 to 12. You don't know if it's 12 o'clock or if it's midnight. It's always like that. And the thing I had in front of me was this guy bigger than me, a black guy, but with this beard, man. Like, look at me.
A cellmate in another cell?
In front of me. And I have 15 minutes to go to the shower, 15 minutes to talk. Phone for the phone. I was going crazy. I was never going to be in jail until they flipped me to the 13th floor. I didn't know what was jail because jail in my head is what I was doing. Like, fuck, man, 2 months or whatever, I would fucking never go to. But when they sent me to the 13th floor, wow, I seen people playing hockey, TV, doing weights, watching movie. I go, what? That's jail. Yo, fuck that, man. I like jail. I like jail, man. First of all, I had problems eating outside. I couldn't go to school. I couldn't eat. Fuck, and I'm there. They feeding me, watching TV. I don't have enough. Yo, I love this shit. And they moved me to Bordeaux. I love this thing. I swear to God, man.
Bordeaux Beach.
I love this
Bordeaux
thing.
Beach.
Until I've learned to, like, but I loved it. It saved my life because I would be probably an itinéraire.
No, you made a very good point. Coming from your neighborhood where you don't have good housing, you don't have 3 square meals a day, and now you're getting locked up and you have access to all these things.
Yo, bro.
You're like, bro, I'm chilling. This
chilling.
is a resort right here.
And when you get out there, man, those guys used to be fucking big, but I used
You're
to
working out every day, basically.
Eating weights. It's like, fuck, man, gym. Yo, it was crazy. You don't get locked up. 180 guys in a fucking gym. You live, the guys don't even know you.
They don't even pay attention.
We play ball. You know, it's like, it's not, I'm sorry. I'm saying it's not jail. It's not what I expected, you know?
It's not what we see in the movies.
What we see in the movies.
Yeah, it's not American Me.
Man.
It's not Folsom Prison.
Speaking of that, like, was there any racial division in prison back then? Crazy riots.
No. When we went, bro, the same shit outside, the same shit inside. We go, hey, neg, salneg. And we were sorry, man. If we weren't that much, so we had to fucking group again. Yep. And it was once you're tall, like there was this tall Jamaican guy, they're scared. Back then, white people didn't know how to fight. They just know how to scream. Oh! Blah, blah, blah.
All barking, no bite.
Sorry, they bark. You do this and you do that. They didn't know how to fight. So we had a black guy. As soon as we step and we do karate, you go to the punching bag,
I'm seeing a bunch of Haitian guys doing karate.
and they call you. They put you in a committee.
Yeah.
So at least you come. Otherwise, man, they smash your head. Little nigger, call you whatever. I remember when I first got there, they make me turn around in the cafeteria, man. You couldn't sit. Nobody's going to help you. You know, it's like, hey, son, they call this. Like, I'm fuck, man. And you don't get used. I'm not used to that, man.
Yeah.
I went to school, man. I'm not, tell me to, oh, shit. After a while, but you got to be just like them.
So you got to stake your claim.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember one time doing a conference in the medium penitentiary, Archambault, and I was talking about that fact also about when they're telling you go back to your country, but now when I was doing this 2012 or 14, whatever, and I made them realize that I'm born here. Where you want me to go back to? So I told even the teachers and the director of the jail, I say, imagine he's telling them go back, that I'm born here. Where you want me to go back? And he refused the answer. You're refusing to answer about myself. I'm telling you, I'm born at l'Hôpital Maisonneuve or Jewish Hospital.
Yeah, let me
but
just see the
they're
skin
in
color.
denial. But we're starting the beef. Now I gotta grab a fork or a pool ball and be on standby because you refusing my answer. And sometimes beef in the jail starts like that. As crazy as it is, and even the director was looking at me like, and the teacher was taking us. Yeah, if the guy tells you he's born in Hôpital Maisonneuve or the Jewish, he's Canadian, Montreal, born. Why? People don't understand that, so there's an education and this time there's not that communication, but now we're going into that transition, and now in beef and jail is something different for different dynamic, but there's always that little underline that you're not from here and I'm from here and this and that.
Yeah, they see the roots. They don't see. They're not trying to look at your birth certificate.
No, they don't want. They don't want to hear it.
See a black man in their province, and they're like, go back to Haiti.
Go back to your country.
Yeah.
You don't belong here.
So going into prison, getting locked up, how did you navigate? Like, I'm assuming you're there by yourself. Like you just said, you're in the cafeteria, you're circling around, getting barked at by left and right. How did you navigate like all these things and stay on that straight path, like not getting into trouble?
But you had this guy though that was way bigger than us, William. And he grew up with those white guys. Okay. He went with the Mont Saint Antoine with them. He's big. He knows how to jail run. So he explained everything to me. And when I came, he's my bodyguard. So he made waves. He create waves for me. Oh, it's gonna William. Oh, okay. They're
not gonna mess with you.
They're not gonna mess with you. And on top of that, I'm skinny, but I could fight. And I could defend myself, so it wasn't a problem for me.
Okay, so that's how you managed to steer clear of all those problems in prison.
Yeah, but it was tough.
Or you get creative in prison, and because I did jail also for a while, and it's either you get creative, start your own little business. I was a barber. Okay. So I would cut hair because I met a couple of his guys.
Mustache comes
He goes with the mustache thing again. It's an insight, ladies and gentlemen. But don't worry about it. My mustache is okay. November passed, but I'm still around. So you got to get creative. It's either get creative or you get relationship or you get a network. So I was cutting hair, and I was getting stuff in exchange, either Pepsis or a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah. Good old barter system.
Yeah, you gotta when. The part of jail also is that you learn how to get creative in survival mode. If you understand where you are.
But it's a scary shit though, because as soon as you step in, they know how to fucking make you scared. Yeah. They know. Yeah. Oh fuck, let's take this guy's hat. They would take a hat though. Yeah. Yo, come here.
Shoes. Let me try them.
Take your shoes off. Take your shoes off. You don't have anything? What? You don't have anything on you? Yo, what the fuck, man? I'm carrying what? Nothing.
And they're gonna wait until your family send you something, either clothes or money. It's like, oh, I knew it.
That's my size. Speaking of all these intimidation factors, these intimidation factors, like we spoke about American prison. You know what happens in American prisons. rapes and all sorts of stuff. Did these things happen in prison back then? Was it like a small concentrated thing, or like
this thing happens, man, if you want to.
If you want
you
to.
know, people, I've never seen people do shit because they want to, man. They're doing, like, I never did big time at a penitentiary. I always go to Bordeaux because I always wanted myself when I get out so I could do the same shit. Because anyways, they doing 3 months, like what they were saying, man. I'm getting sucked and I'm not a fucking, they do any fucking thing. Yeah. You know, it's up to you. Nobody's gonna go to you and grab you and do shit. Nah, man. It's movies. Okay. Or probably in a pen. I don't know because I've never done pen. But
no,
man.
It might be different for someone who has life, but I mean, if you have 18 months and you're switching genders, I think this is what you want. At the end of the day.
Exactly.
And it's people that
you've been waiting for this opportunity.
It's down low, or it's in your head. You want to do this, you know. Nobody
exactly. No, that's what I heard.
Force you. Nobody to. But
pick up the soap scenario.
The shit things they do is like
don't drop the soap scenario.
The shit thing that they do in jail is like they have the room, TV room. Sometimes they make them guys suck other guys, and people are paying for chips to go watch that, man. That's oh my god. You know, it's jail thing. Yeah, it's jail, bro. A lot of crazy stuff.
It's a hard pass for me. I think I'd be more worried about getting jumped. That'd be my number one.
Nah, they don't do that, man. They don't jump.
It doesn't happen like that.
Probably, I don't know, in penitentiary.
So you did your time then. I'm assuming you were in and out. You had a couple of seasons that you spent in the good old Bordeaux.
Yes, but it was like not that much, man, because I was doing fucked up stuff, man. Because I grew up fighting, and then I was breaking entry, you know, and those 2 cops that came and arrest me because they were following me long time ago, and they came and got me and go, shit, man, you're not a criminal. They thought I was a big criminal.
Because he was the infamous Bélanger.
You know, they thought they were going to arrest a big guy, drugs, guns. I didn't have shit, you know. So they took me to the to the police station and talked to me and blah, 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 blah. Go, man, we arrest your dad in 74. We arrest Franco Troni. You ain't shit. And those 2 guys, I'm telling you, thank you. Those 2 guys saved my fucking life, man. La Plante, Detective La Plante, I forgot this guy's name. But he goes, man, if you don't stop doing what you're doing, I'm going to put you in jail for a long time. And I was doing breaking entry. I go, fuck, man, what? He goes, what you doing is fucking up people's thing, you know? When they go to work and you steal their TV, you think, you know, you're going to their, fuck, I go, I didn't know, man.
Hardworking people out there.
Yeah, hardworking people, but I need to eat. I didn't have no fucking thing. And what I was doing, instilling food, towels, utensils, always stuff like that. This guy was grabbing the TV, the jewelry, and blah, blah, blah.
You want survival mode.
Yeah, it was survival, food and blah, blah, blah. When I used to tell my friends, I go, yo, what are you doing, man? Taking food? You stupid. When my friend got cut, I couldn't go by myself. I had to get another guy and show him what they showed me. So I was doing the same thing. I go, yo, go unplug the TV. I was going to get the gold chains now and make some money. But after I get cut, you know, those cops, La Plante, Wolf, those 2 guys, it goes, you better stop. Otherwise, I'm going to put you on for 8 or 10 years. Oh, shit. And go do something better than that. I listened to them. I went back to school. Never did breaking entry. I went to printings. And a friend of mine went to school, man. He finished university. He finished university. He was in finance. Yo, bro. And my life. We were making money.
And was that the time that you opened up the barbershop and the pawn shop?
No barbershop, bro. I don't have no time for barbershop. We were fucking making those dollars.
Okay.
Yo, they were like every fucking day we making money. We making money. We could take the paper and make 50 G's. Making money. We were
printing money.
Printing money, real money. Now everything was good. Everything was white. We could go in there, go there, no problem.
Okay.
Money does change things, doesn't it?
Money changed things, and they were putting us in jail for no reason. Now we had money. We were doing stuff. We didn't go to jail.
Yeah. Now you
So
can
we
get a
learned
lawyer.
how to fucking.
Now you can lawyer up.
Yeah, exactly.
It changes things. I actually have an interesting question. I was thinking about it as you were talking because, right, so the 70s, the 80s hit. How did, and I'm asking this for my own curiosity, but also because I kind of want to put a little bit of Montreal history out there for listeners as well. How did the crack epidemic hit in Montreal? Like, did it change the way, did it change? Obviously, I mean, listen, people got rich off it for sure, but like, did it hit as hard here as it did in the States?
It was, bro. Yeah, because this shit, we didn't know about this shit until we got into this thing.
Yeah.
Fuck, we didn't know, man. We were like, not even hash and Jamaican, Sensi. Sensi. Yeah, nah. When this shit hit, I remember this guy that made me try this shit, man. I never know what was it anyway. Because I went to school, man, and he was coming to my house and I was learning drawings. And he was smoking this crack thing. Every time he took a puff, he would run and go to my fucking...
Start doing karate
Looking
moves.
at the closet.
No, looking at the closet, looking at the
Staring out
window.
the window.
Yeah.
100%.
Peeping out the window.
Well, he'll go to my closet,
Exactly.
but I would put my money in my closet. In my thing. He would fucking go in my closet. So I go, man, what are you doing? He goes, oh, it's hot. And when you touch the pipe, nothing. And he goes, you want to try it? I go, fuck, man. I go, yeah, because I want to see what makes you go crazy like this.
Yeah.
Yo, this guy make me a puff. Sorry. I felt so good. I almost died. It was too good.
Mm-hmm.
I took the bus. I live in Saint Michel. I took the bus to go to Montreal North to tell those guys, Kyle, Jimmy, yo, there's a new drugs. And when I came in Montreal North, I saw all those guys like you guys sitting down like this. Doors open. They goes, oh shit, you just knew this? And we all go crazy.
Yeah.
It was drugs. And these drugs, man, making us like, even people before, I mean, my brothers, they were already in there. Oh yeah, man. A lot of us were in this shit, and it would make us like
A lot of money.
But
not a lot of money. We didn't have money.
Yeah, I think
we had to go steal for money.
Yeah.
We didn't have money. We had to fuck up and rob and
Take money.
That's why I was going crazy. I was fuck, man. I'm killing myself. Instead of stealing for food now, I'm stealing for nothing. I'm getting skinny. And I'm not going nowhere. I'm just going in jail. And when I go in jail, man, I don't look the same. Fuck, when I look at myself, I go, shit, man, I'm killing myself, man. I'm stealing to give this guy, this white guy that we're chasing, giving the money.
So it was the bikers that were
Yeah,
selling
exactly.
Well,
The bikers.
Bikers,
So,
the mob.
wow.
Like
I didn't know that.
like he's saying, in the 80s, our community were more consumers of it.
Okay.
So in the late 80s, 91, 92, 93, the second generation of people in our community that was in criminal involvement, they got interested in selling it. It's around 91, 92, 93, where there's a clique of guys that's organizing themselves on selling it and not consuming it.
Gotcha.
Because they got the money. But at the beginning, our community was consuming it because it was new. It was
didn't
fresh.
know.
Our parents or immigrant,
We don't
we
know.
scared of
And
everything.
it's
We walk
affordable.
on the street, our uncle that's a cab driver, he could see us and we're scared. We're respectful. So we're not doing that. We're doing it underground, lay low.
Got you.
But there's no selling it at the beginning of, or let's say, delinquency or
Nah,
ventures.
we didn't know them white guys were selling it because at the time
didn't
when
know.
we were
90s.
like, you're a friend with a white guy, he was taking you to an apartment, get drugs, and it's always white guys selling drugs in the apartment.
in the 80s.
But as soon as like I grew, I made myself. I didn't understand that when there's no drugs, when you go to a pusher, there's no drugs, and after they make an arrest or a plane flew by and bing, all you see all those white boys have drugs. They all have drugs. So how the fuck they were controlling? We didn't have nothing. We had to go steal them.
Yeah.
So that's how we got drugs. We robbed them.
Welcome everybody. Y'all ready for this? The Hustle. My name is Steve Armopoulos, and these are my co-hosts, Natalia, and I'm Tech